What is up? Coming to you live from the Cat House in Montebello, California. It's Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast, albeit 20 minutes late if you're watching this live. If you're listening to this on audio or if you're watching this video later. Ooh, that's right, Tiger. If you're watching, we are incredibly late because if you've been following the ongoing saga of Dre at work this past month, the coronavirus has caused many people to not work, but I guess I'm one of the fortunate or unfortunate few, depending on your point of view. Yeah, that's right, Ty. That I'm still get to go to work because we ship out stuff through the internet. People need things online, and we are overwhelmed. I think I've opened the show with the last 4 weeks now with this. Yeah, we are overwhelmed. 7,000 orders. People are ordering everything under the sun. People are coping with the coronavirus quarantine. This is like week 4 or week 5, Tiger? Was this week 4 of our quarantine or week 5? You've been quarantined since January 9th, buddy, so you're used to this. You really haven't left the house, young man. You and Mama, you've both been we've been on baby quarantine for a good long while. So that hasn't been a big change for the wife or baby. Just for me, it's like there's no traffic when I go to work. But we got 7,000 orders. Apparently everyone just needs their games, and it's exhausting. I didn't leave work till like 7:30, so which means I didn't get home till late. I still haven't caught dinner. This young man, although he's in a good mood, my young boy here is in a great mood. Man, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm exhausted. I spent the weekend. I decided to watch myself a couple of Star Wars. I watched the two that have been most, how can I put it, most savaged on the internet, most attacked, the ones that have taken the biggest beatings. I rewatched The Last Jedi on Saturday, and yesterday I watched The Rise of Skywalker. And while I've never been someone to tell people that they're wrong for their opinions, and that's not going to change today. I don't understand why people hate these movies. I don't get it. I'm sitting and watching. I watched Last Jedi. Yeah. Well, no. If you ask the internet, Irv, people really hate The Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi more than Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. For whatever reason, it's just like, Rise of Skywalker has the worst Rotten Tomato score of all the Star Wars movies. It's at 50%. People really didn't like it. See, I turned away viewers just by saying I enjoyed Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. And I really was motivated to rewatch The Last Jedi because, the wife and I, we really loved Knives Out, which also came from Rian Johnson. And the same guy who provides quality entertainment. Rewatched Last Jedi, and there's clunkiness, but you know what? Every Star Wars movie has clunkiness. None of these are perfect films. I feel like, I know Pete and I, see Pete right there, he's watching. I know Pete and I have discussed this ad nauseum over the past 3.5 years when it comes to Star Wars, where it's just the fandom. Like, we had a whole episode where the fandom is basically like a religion, and these Book of Mormon, as I guess they feel like, if the original trilogy is the Old Testament and the prequel trilogy is the New Testament, then these last 3 movies have to be the Book of Mormon, apparently. And nobody likes Mormons. The Star Wars fans, they don't like this additional book in their religion. And toxic fandom. Kiat Fam right there says, we have reached a point in culture where if we don't like it, it must be canceled and wiped out from existence. That is very, very eloquently stated there, Kiat. That's how people are now. It's like, oh, I didn't like it. This movie moved too fast. Rise of Skywalker moved too fast. Last Jedi changed too many things. It made Luke Skywalker angry and weird, and he made him a curmudgeon. And you know what? If I saved the universe and everything still stayed screwed up, I think I'd be a big old wizard curmudgeon with a big old beard, right, Tag? I don't think you'd like to see your dad with a big old wizard beard, huh? looking like Gandalf. Man, I actually was kind of laughing at that as I was rewatching Last Jedi. How Luke Skywalker looked like crazy old wizard Gandalf. That crazy beard. He's acting like a crazy person, drinking his blue milk. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old. I didn't find anything overly offensive. I'm guessing incels didn't like all the females throughout the movie. Oh no, it's a Star Wars movie. The only female that's allowed is Slave Leia in her bikini. We're only allowed one female. Female pilots. Oh no, boo earns. No, I can't have a female pilot, let alone have a female main character. Who, by the end of the day, I guess. Yeah, the other reason I want to talk about this is because it's been a couple weeks since Rise of Skywalker came out on Blu-ray. I'm like, all right, let's do the spoiler talk. Let's talk. If you haven't seen it, this is your warning. If you haven't had, in this quarantine, if you haven't found the time to watch this movie, I'm sorry. We're gonna talk about elements of the movie. The anti-female empowerment. It was like, oh no, there was a gay kiss at the end of Rise of Skywalker. Good Lord, we can't be having no gayness in my pure white Star Wars. My pure CIS white male Star War. We can only have one token Lando. That's just how it feels. Like when I see the bile and the vitriol from these negative fans, like Irv says, the toxic fandom. They're so toxic. Like, oh no, a woman is the strongest Jedi. No. And I'll say, I was doing the research. Oh yeah, if Carrie Fisher hadn't unfortunately passed away in between 8 and 9, then she would have been the theoretical last Jedi after Luke passed, because she would have been the Jedi Master training Rey. I guess they kind of did that in a roundabout way. That's something that probably felt clunky because they were working around an unexpected death of Carrie Fisher passing away. These films, not perfect, but no, none of them are perfect. My wife and my son watched the original trilogy. The closed captioning on your video is killing me, especially when you do your funny accent. Oh boy, I have closed captioning? Oh crap. Oh no. But yeah, my wife and the boy, they watched the original trilogy. I rewatched them. I'm like, they're good. These are all movies. I think my favorite line of all time is always like Pete. It's a movie about space samurai who do space magic, and who, heaven forbid, these the fandom, the canon is being ruined. Oh, my childhood is ruined. Luke Skywalker was on this, like, they literally had the same path as Rey. They're both very powerful. And just this negativity towards the movies. I sat and I watched them with I try to watch them with just an objective eye, not as a person I've loved Star Wars ever since I was a kid. There's a discussion I had with Rosa where it's like, oh man, I really got into this when I was a child. I watched all those movies on VHS. At this point, I can't really. Let's see right now. Irv just posted, if you can accept 1 through 3, come on. Yeah, if these guys can somehow if 1 through 3 are better than 7 through 9, then oh boy, I don't know where they're getting off. Ooh yeah, I really sat down. I did a lot of research over the weekend about this, or I saw where I think with the unfortunate actor who played Jar Jar Binks in the prequels, he said that the problem with episodes 7, 8, and 9 were that they were not made for kids, that they are made for adults. And I could say yes, 1, 2, and 3 can theoretically you can say they're made for kids because the episode 2 was a freaking toy commercial. Literally every time a freaking I know I've said this before on the Star Wars episodes, but it's been, I don't know how many years since I've done a completely focused Star Wars episode. Every time a clone trooper steps out, when you're watching the battle on Geonosis, ooh, and every time a clone trooper just stepping right in front of everything, and you just see hey, look at this, check out this cool new toy. This thing looks like a stormtrooper, but it's not. It's a clone trooper. That whole film felt like a toy commercial. Yes, 1, 2, and 3 are for kids, I guess you could say, with your Jar Jars and your other nonsense. But these movies are like transitional movies from like going from a child to like a teenager, because they deal with death, they deal with life, they deal with all kinds of adult things. I think it's somewhere in between. And these are like, God, I feel like I have this feeling of deja vu. Like I've said this recently. I think I said this as recently as I think the episode where Pete and Jai were here, where we're talking the non-spoiler Rise of Skywalker talk. We're like, these movies are, they're neither only for adults or only for kids. They're for everybody. And I guess people just can't wrap their brains around something that's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can just be entertaining. And that's how I felt like the first time I watched Rise of Skywalker, and now this past Sunday when I rewatched Rise of Skywalker with the young man, he was very into it. Although I'm sure he just liked the colors and the sounds and the noises. He's 3 months old, but he got into it. He was kind of digging it. And I don't know if you hear in the background, my wife just got this online. Got this Star Wars, a little piece of fabric, looks like a little blanket with all like, it looks like all the Star Wars characters, but in the Dia de los Muertos. That might get turned into a bunch of masks. I don't know. I can't tell people, oh, you have to like this movie. Like, no, if you don't like the movie, God, you don't like it. One of my friends, I saw a friend of mine whose movie opinion I value very much, was just like talking about how like, oh, the end of the movie was just, not only did they make Rey a Skywalker, but they made it in the most uninteresting, flat way. It's like, it's just a film. I mean, I know some films change people's lives. Some movies are very important to some people, but these are Star Wars. They're just space samurai who can move things around, and there's a lot of spaceships. I kept, because obviously, they tell you talk to your kids, read to your kids, and sing to your kids. So I kept talking to my child throughout the film, talking about Daddy loves spaceships, and I think that's one of the reasons I really loved Star Wars as a child, and I can still. They'll say, even to this day, I still love spaceships. I'm like Benny from the Lego movie. Spaceship, spaceship, spaceship! I love spaceships. And I think that was my big draw when I was a young man. When I was the definition of space opera. There you go. Yeah, that's what these were. They still are. They're space operas. There's ups and downs. There's challenges. The Campbell's hero's journey. That's what these movies are. They're the journey of a hero. You go up, you go down, you face conflict, and you overcome it. Oh, you magically overcome it. Yeah, because it's just a story. It's like, oh, people try to inject realism. I feel like that was like the big argument during The Last Jedi. Like, oh, this is not realistic. The bombs shouldn't fall. It's a beam of light that can only travel 2 feet or 3 feet at most. This is not based on realism. It's all fantasy. It's supposed to be fun, right, Ty? Right? You were having fun watching it. You saw everything going whoosh, whoosh, whoo. Although, I try to cover his eyes every time Palpatine was on screen, because that's a scary man. I don't want an image of creepy-ass Emperor Palpatine looking like he was like half dead, being imprinted with tiny little retinas. I'm sure he's not going to remember it, but maybe his subconscious is going to remember the terrible things, the cackling, evil Emperor Palpatine. I can't be exposing him to that this soon. I gotta figure out. Like that was the other the thing going through my head as I watched the movie. I'm like, what age do I show you A New Hope, buddy? What age? Obviously, hold on. I'm reading right here. Jai Potter says, if you're referring to The Rise of Skywalker, that movie is proof that J.J. Abrams, the man who couldn't finish taking a shit, shouldn't have been given the holy position of finishing the trilogy to end all trilogies. It's just the story. I mean, I don't know. J.J. Abrams likes to make lens flares and fences. I am not disappointed. It's just like, oh yeah, like he had said, if it's not what you wanted, then you want it to be destroyed. It's like, how did freaking Return of the Jedi end under the watchful eye of freaking George Lucas? How did freaking the rise of freaking the Revenge of the Sith? These other movies didn't necessarily stick the landing. It's just, It was fantasy. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, obviously Sam right here says that the last 2 Star Wars movies have turned him into a bigger Trekkie. That's funny because the last couple of Star Trek movies were freaking J.J. Abrams as well, but I know a lot of people didn't like those Star Trek movies. I thought those were fun and entertaining. Give me a fun script, give me a bunch of funny jokes, and I'm happy. Like Ewoks being victorious. Yeah, if Return of the Jedi had come out today, people would pull down their pants and shit all over it. Yeah, Rogue One was just a war movie. It's just everyone has this, you know. Again, like it goes all the way back to that that episode we did long ago. This is a religion, and if whatever comes out doesn't fit your view of what Star Wars is supposed to be, then it's the worst thing ever. For me, I just want to have fun, and if this Star Wars can bring me joy, and I hope that this Star Wars brings my son the same type of joy that it still brings me. When my wife watched The Rise of Skywalker, she didn't see this terrible this terrible mishmash of a movie. She was like, "Wow, that was a ride," and that's what that movie was. It was a ride. It was like my critical brain can point out things that I'm sure the things that you guys didn't like about the movie. That there are problems, but there's always problems. Yeah, what Lucas would have done. Oh, heaven knows what Lucas would have done if he had been if he had wanted to continue the trilogy. I'm sure he had ample opportunity. I don't know if everyone was. I think the only one who probably wouldn't have been willing to do it in a timely manner would have been Harrison Ford. I guess however many years ago, if they had bandied about, however long after Revenge of the Sith, that they said, "Hey, let's try to do this sequel trilogy." I think I'd like to think a lot of the hate for these, especially these 3 sequels, has been just because they were brought to you by Disney, which has become a dirty word nowadays. It's like, oh, it's filthy dirty. Oh wow. Let's see. Yeah, I think, yeah, Lucas, at the end of the day, yeah, right there. There's a great comment here by Kia. I'm pretty sure Lucas made the right move to take the money and run. Because people, no matter what his vision is, people were not going to be happy. People, even the primordial days of the internet, were shitting all over episodes 1, 2, and 3. And I have wholeheartedly taken a couple of healthy dumps on those movies personally. But now, as I'm growing older and just, I'm an old ass wizard like Luke Skywalker now, and I'm trying to look through the things of the mind's eye of a dad, and my little boy here. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just have fun watching this stuff, right? Little dudes give me a big smile over here. Hey, well, let's just have fun watching this stuff. It's like, and then people say, "Oh, the Mandalorian is proof that they can do it right." I'm like, yeah. Rogue One was good. Sometimes it's going to be amazing and everyone's going to love it. Sometimes people are going to hate it. I'm like, a lot of people didn't like Solo. I thought Solo was awesome. Solo was so much fun. Captions are auto-generated. Why are these captions happening? I don't know why the closed caption is happening. Who can dare try to close caption Dre? And I don't know if it's trying to close caption baby cry in the background. My little tiger roars from my little guy over here. Wow. Whoa, what's with the face, buddy? Sorry. I gotta keep an eye on this young man as well. He's sitting in the co-host seat. It's a new feature. Yeah, Jai Potter says, hey, you know what? Let me try something here. Boop. How do I add? Let me see. Where is the option to add someone? I was trying to do this earlier, but I guess I was trying to see there's an option where I can add someone. I was gonna see if I can add Jai Potter in here, But I guess I can't do that from here. Since Jai, you're watching it and you're not shy about expressing your opinion. I guess I can't do that right now. But Jai apparently it was bad direction. Which, you know, like I said, it's of course it's a flawed movie. A lot of these movies are really flawed. It's hard to find a movie that's well paced. Ironically, was it right? Like I think Rian Johnson's freaking the other film that he did recently, Knives Out. I thought that one was a freaking masterpiece from start to finish. I bought the whole seat, but I only needed the edge. Wait, oh, you still crying over here, kid? Who would dare try to close Captain Drake? I don't understand Jai's joke.
Closed caption.
What?
SNL.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Oh, without my producer Rosa over here, I would be lost. I'd love to sit here and keep banging the horse, which is Star Wars, but I don't know if you guys. I don't know how many of you still watch Saturday Night Live. But this past Saturday's SNL was quite fascinating because, you know, in light of this crazy quarantine. In light of this crazy quarantine. You know what? Before I jump on that, Ryan Talkin makes a very good point. I'm sure kids today are watching these films are enjoying them because they're awesome and fun. I just want to make sure I recognize that comment there from Ryan Talkin. But SNL, Saturday Night Live, this past Saturday was weird and hilarious at the same time because they all basically did it from home. All the performers, via Zoom, via their cell phone, via their mom directing them. In the case of Pete Davidson, they did an episode of SNL from home, and it was weird and hilarious. They even had Tom Hanks did his he did the open because since he's the America's dad and he was the first celebrity diagnosed with the coronavirus. Well, bless you, young man. He came on, did a hilarious monologue where he was talking to himself at a couple various points. But I think the highlight of the night, because I kept singing it today at work, was Middle-Aged Mutant Ninja Turtles. I guess one of the writers, Kyle Mooney and two other guys, they wrote this crazy skit and they had it animated in a week, which is nigh impossible. If you haven't seen it, after the show, go to YouTube and look for SNL TMNT, or I guess it would be MNNT. Teenage Mutant. It was a Middle-Aged Mutant Ninja Turtle, MMNT, Middle-Aged Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wow, I was just like sitting there, like it was weird and hilarious. Just they're all old turtles. They got their kids, and they're just living through middle age. Shredder's dead, and they're just the songs going on in the background. And it's just like all this weird shit. Like Donatello's on the phone with his doctor about a malignant tumor in his shell. Michelangelo's arguing with April. Raph needs money from Leo. It's just you just see them shopping, washing their car, being sad because we're just middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. It was just so weirdly funny, and all day I was singing middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. It was just weird. And there was another. I found it funny because it was very much a piece of the current culture where one of the guys, he decided to do a fake Twitch stream, and he was showing himself playing Call of Duty, and he was terrible at it. And my wife just thought it was the funniest thing she had ever seen. And I was sitting there going like, nope, that's accurate. I'm like, you see that guy playing Call of Duty? That's how I would play Call of Duty. I would be terrible. And it was just the sadness of watching this Twitch stream, and I was like, wow, that would be basically what my Twitch stream would be like if I was trying to play like a first-person shooter. It was just bad. And at the very end, he tried to play Mario Brothers, and he was terrible at it. You just see this sad, depressing Twitch streamer. Yeah, the SNL cast had to get very creative. All right, you know what? Guess what? You're coming out on camera right now, buddy. If you're gonna be talking so much, you're coming with me, kid. Oh no, the rattle!
It's okay.
Come on, we're doing this live. All right, you're coming with me, kid. Gotta soothe the boy. Hey, guess what? Your back's to the camera, kid. You're on the camera. You're technically on the mic as well. Yeah, the skits were actually, there was another one I really enjoyed was that they had a Zoom meeting, and then like two old ladies, Kate McKinnon and Eddie Bryant, were playing old receptionists, and they had no idea how Zoom worked. They're like they're taking the laptop to the bathroom, they're gonna take a dump, and then the other ones, like, they're all freaking out. They don't understand how technology works.
I'm gonna join you.
You're gonna what?
Join you.
You're gonna join me? Oh, the wife's coming in because she could tell I'm on fumes because I am mentally and physically drained. You're gonna join me over here. The wife's jumping in. Hello, Rosa. Thank you for joining me on this show. Welcome back.
This is how small. This is. You're so tall.
I'm too tall because I set it up for me.
I always forget I have to have like.
You have to have some cushion so you can show up on camera.
There. Normal.
Welcome back, wife. How are you doing?
Hi.
What you want to see the baby? You're
to
like Werner
see-
Herzog's character in The Mandalorian. I would like to see the baby. Rosa always saves the Dre. Oh. So what's up, wife? What compels you to jump on? Did you want to talk about get the phone book? Sit on.
I don't remember. You know what? I was actually thinking about that the other day. Phone books, because somebody was talking about toilet paper and how if it's really a necessary thing, and how if people really ran out of toilet paper, like what would they use?
I have a whole lot of fast food napkins in my car. I think that would be my first go-to.
And it was funny because somebody was saying on TV that, they were really super poor and they had to use a phone book. So, yeah.
You know what? That's not too different than some of the single ply you'll find at
right?
at some places. Like there's many times in my rep life, I think Walmart had some really rough single ply.
That 99-cent only store.
Yeah. Like the same as it's like wiping my butt with butcher paper. I mean.
Oh, yeah. But they had they were talking about how so many people are still buying like toilet paper and all that stuff, and it's just like you haven't ran out yet. And it's people, it's a luxury, it's nice, it's something that people use every day. See, and they just don't realize.
James here says that they had plenty at Costco today, and James says hi.
Oh, that's good.
Apparently Jai, as soon as we're over this whole pandemic, he wants to come see little Sagat.
Oh, awesome.
That's a cute little nickname, Sagat. Tiger.
Awesome.
Yeah, yesterday I went out to go get some groceries for your dad, and nobody has toilet. Like every time I've gone out, whether it's Trader Joe's or even the grocery outlet, or even yesterday it was at the Superior, there's still no toilet paper. I don't understand. Everything else is back in stock.
Right.
Like,
but
it's not hard to get stuff.
Are going crazy
except for
whatever
reason, there were no legumes in freaking at our local Superior.
TP and lentils.
Yeah, lentils, no beans.
Everybody's eating hummus.
Every type of legume was out at our local Superior across the street. I guess all of our Mexican brethren are buying every dry legume they could find. Because it wasn't even just the beans. It was even your dad wanted lentils. I'm like, oh, this shouldn't be a problem. Like, I should be able to find a bag of lentils. No. That entire aisle was like wiped out.
Our air pollution is being offset by all the beans that people are eating, and people are just gonna be farting.
Yeah, that's the trippy part about how like the LA has the cleanest air it's had.
I know.
Like all time apparently, or like it's like somebody like I don't think that the same like the LA has some of the cleanest air in the world. That's a statement that's like science fiction.
Well, now they can see the Himalayas, which is crazy.
Yeah, my boss was saying that today at work. Like people were able to take a photo of the Himalayas.
Yeah. For
the first time in like 30 or 40 years.
Sucks that I still can't go outside.
Still can't go outside.
Unless I leave you with the baby and take a drive.
Yeah, to take my car and go on a drive around.
Just drive around like a weirdo.
Make sure you wear the mask. Speaking of which, you see, my wife, I don't know if you know, I've mentioned this every week. She has been making these masks, especially now in LA County as of last week.
Yeah.
You have to be wearing these if you step outside. Every time I step outside of the house, I throw this on, but she's making me a few other ones.
Yeah. Yep.
And
we got some cool fabrics in.
yeah, we got some cool fabrics. Are you going to try to convert this one, or is this just going to be a cool little throw?
No, that's just an awesome blanket.
No, this is a cool throw.
That's so cool.
This is a cool blanket.
In my hunt for rad fabric, I found, in rare, awesome fabrics, I found this super cool fabric.
Yeah,
but
it's a cool throw blanket.
Yeah, but it's like it's blanket material, so you don't want to put that on your face.
No, you can't put those on your face.
Yeah.
This one's already it's already tough enough to breathe with this one.
Yeah. Well, you don't want those particles going in your nose holes.
But if you need, my wife has been making these masks. Right now, I think you might be sold out, but you'll be posting them up.
My
weekly.
shop is temporarily closed because it's very difficult to actually sew and take care of a baby at the same time.
Yeah, especially if I'm at work away for like 40 hours a week, and then her trying to sew. I look like Sub-Zero.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be a cool fabric.
Oh, if we could figure out a fabric to do like all the Mortal Kombat ninjas.
Yeah.
I think I know Sam Zia was doing a Bane mask. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I could totally do a Bane mask.
Okay. That's cool. We could do that for sure. Damn,
Fatality.
Cool.
Right.
Good ideas.
Good ideas.
Ryan.
Because we got
Ryan, you'll get that one as soon as I make it.
If you need a Bane mask, Ryan, we can hook you up with that.
Yeah, because you gave us the idea. So.
You guys gave us the idea. We'll hook you up with a Bane mask.
Figure it out, and then you get Bane.
Because my wife you even got printable fabric, right? So you
Yeah.
can print stuff onto the fabric. I'm gonna get a Mandalorian mask. This is like so cool.
Yep.
I'm like, I want some nerdy masks, wife, and she's like, poof, that could totally happen.
Yeah.
Because friend of the show, Pete Molini, he ordered up a mask from the wife, and he got all the Avengers.
Yeah.
He has all the Avengers on his mask, and then and his lovely lady Joanna, she got a mask with a Wonder Woman on it.
Wonder Woman. Yep.
So I'm getting
trying to corner that market on cool geeky masks.
I mean, like if you're gonna be stuck having to wear a mask, you can still at least let your geek flag fly. Oh, are you happy now that you're closer to Mama and Papa? Look at you, that big old smile.
Oh, heck
little dude with a smile. Oh, you like Daddy's podcast voice?
He does.
Oh, I don't think I told the story on the podcast where it was like a few weeks ago. This is the way. where I was holding the boy. I don't know if I told this on the podcast, but if I did already before, hey, just like old Stone Cold Steve Austin, I don't remember stories I told on this podcast. I'll tell a story again if I don't remember it.
You're losing your old.
I'm losing my
mind.
mind. Too many concussions. Right? I was holding the boy, and I was talking to the wife, and for whatever reason, I was doing a Vince McMahon impression. And I'm getting the real deep Vince McMahon. And for whatever reason, when I was holding, I guess I'm going to assume it was the vibration of my chest.
Oh, yeah.
This kid started laughing his ass off, legit, baby
cool.
laugh. I haven't been able to, recreate it. Oh, Mandalorian mask. It never makes so much sense. It never comes off. You can't take off a Mandalorian mask.
That's so true.
Yeah, I can take it off if I'm at home by myself and I need to eat. He takes it off when he needs it, but he has to be completely by himself.
Yes. We'll make a rule.
This is the way.
We'll make the exception.
I'll make the exception.
You can eat at home.
I gotta eat at home. Oh.
Yeah, he loves it when you do that voice.
I do my terrible / awesome Vince McMahon impression, and he was just laughing his little ass off. He was like legit laughs. Like he gives us a little sarcastic laugh every so often. He'll just be like, just out of nowhere, he'll hit us with that. Yeah. But for a while, I was just holding him, and then I don't even understand the context of. I don't know if I was making fun of the upcoming WrestleMania is coming up, so here comes Vince McMahon, gonna steal all the money from people.
Right. Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah.
And he just laughed, and I just kept going. But how many more recreate it? I don't know if it's just the one-off, but he really loved it.
He was into it. Yeah.
He was into it. Oh, James asked, can you do a xenomorph mouth with the little the alien?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Because there's bandanas of that. I think I might have a bandana of that from when an Alien game came out.
Here's
I was working
a mask.
at GameStop.
It's the fucking alien.
It's an alien.
That's so gross.
Xenomorph.
Ugh. So let's see, we have the Xenomorph, we've got Mandalorian.
You must get Bane, yes! Bane? I love doing the Bane voice.
What was the other one before the Bane?
There was another one. Mortal Kombat. It's like Sub-Zero or Scorpion. So an all blue one would be. So it's pretty simple. Just be all blue with Sub-Zero. All yellow would be Scorpion. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other ninjas whose names I can't remember, like Smoke.
Remember when that song was a rave song in the 90s? Mortal Kombat. I wonder if anybody else remembers that.
I'm sure every gamer on watching the show right now probably remembers Mortal Kombat. Yep. I keep wanting, like, at work we have copies of Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and it comes with the Blu-ray of the OG Mortal Kombat movie, and I kind of just want to buy the game just to watch that old movie. Because I remember it wasn't okay. The second one was terrible. Hey, what's up, Kyle? I hope fatherhood is treating you well. You're one weekend. I kept meaning to message you to check in on you, Kyle. Make sure you and your lady are holding it okay.
The first weekend?
Ermac, Rain, Reptile. That's a Reptile. That was the green one. I was like, Viper?
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
Like, Kyle Q, Kyle Q, he's a freshly minted dad. Oh, a samurai mouth guard.
Welcome to the club.
Well, welcome to the parental clubs. We were 3 months in.
I feel like I gotta write this down. I hope the closed captionings also give you transcripts.
Yeah. That song was from the first movie. Yeah, the song was from the first movie. I remember the second movie being terrible, but the first movie, it wasn't. I mean, maybe my nostalgia is covering up the fact that it wasn't very good. Maybe I should see if it's on Netflix or streaming somewhere before I buy a game I don't need just to get a Blu-ray of a movie I may not like.
In the end.
At the end of the day. I should just check if it's on Amazon Prime or something.
Yeah.
It's like, I already paid for that. I can just find it there. I remember her, like, because I always see that the Shang Tsung for that movie, he's just like, it's been memed. For like, he's a meme forever.
Yeah.
I'll see. Kyle is in the same position. I almost with that game for the Blu-ray because the game wasn't that good. Yeah, I remember only liking Mortal Kombat 2 and I played Mortal Kombat 3 a little bit and I haven't played Mortal Kombat ever since. And I'm happy because Mortal Kombat. Yeah, because I remember going to the theater with my friends to watch the second movie, Annihilation or whatever, and then the second I was like, whoa. How did this get so bad? Because they replaced the Highlander dude with some other guy who could actually fight. Because I remember Christopher Lambert played freaking Raiden in the first movie.
Man,
Johnny Cage.
The 90s, right?
Scorpion.
The 90s.
Zero. Like Pete Sampras' wife played freaking Sonya Blade.
Pete Sampras, man.
Because there was I forget, Brigitte Wilson.
Wow.
I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
It's already going to be 9.
It's already going to be 9 p.m.? How did I squeeze 40 minutes out of my freaking exhausted brain?
You always do.
I don't know how.
It's, you know what it is? It's the commenters.
It's the commenters. It's you
friends.
Guys.
It's the people watching.
Yeah, because, no, believe me, like, after the crazy, when Christopher Lambert gets replaced, you know it's bad. Yeah, right? The guy is like a B-movie actor, and he's like, oh, I'm tapping out of this.
You want a C-rated actor.
Yeah, C-movie actor.
Just like you don't want to go to a C-rated restaurant, you don't want a C-rated.
Yeah. You're walking around, you see a C letter on your restaurant, and like, oh.
You're like, oh, C stands for cockroach.
C stands for cockroach.
Watch over the cockroaches.
C stands for crappy for movies.
But thanks to all the commenters.
Thank you guys for
watching.
Commenters, friends for watching and giving me life here, because believe me, sorting 7,000 orders today. Honestly, I left before we even finished. I stuck around because like last time, because it was last week, my bosses stayed there till 11 p.m.
Oh,
they stayed till 11. My bosses stayed. The 3 bosses stayed, sorting out all those damn orders, and I stuck around a little extra. I'm like, all right, I want to make sure you guys at least get out by 10 today.
Oh man,
it was like
that's crazy. Well, people want
Cucaracha. C stands for, hey, Kyle knows what's up.
Nice.
Kyle knows what's up with it.
C stands for cucaracha.
With the Hispanic lady.
Cucaracha.
Oh, God. All right. So, Jai posted something. I got to read this for everyone. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is the equivalent of getting a date with the hottest chick in school, only to find out she's more vapid than a narcissistic president. Ooh. Hot sauce. Video games are totally essential items right now because everyone's stuck at home. Believe me, the 800 PS4 controllers that we sent out today are very essential to people stuck at home. Yeah. We sold 800 PS4 controllers. Prior to this, we sold like a couple in a day. We sold 800.
Wow.
Wow. Yes. We are an essential business because Amazon keeps shipping all of our stuff in.
All right. It's time to call it quits.
Well, the young man is starting our timer has gone off right here.
Yep.
So, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who jumped on. I really appreciate you guys coming on and doing a live comment. I have to figure out how to get this so I can add someone because it gives me the option of adding someone.
Add someone.
Add some before the show.
Oh. So you have to connect with them before.
Maybe you have to connect with them before. Like if I want to throw a Jai like in split screen and do the social distancing.
Shout out. Ask somebody if they want to join in.
Right, Kyle. That's right. The special effects are worse in the second movie than the previous one because they obviously had much tighter budget for the second one. Hey, it's time to go, buddy. Thank you so much. Hey, anyone who wants to volunteer, like if once I figure out this whole split screen thing on the Facebook Live, line up to volunteer. If a Jai or a Kyle, if you want to come on, I know you have your show that you do with multiple people. If any of y'all want to jump on and like do some podcasting, that way the wife doesn't have to save me every other week. From my poor robot brain falling apart.
Only when you have 7,000 orders, then I come on.
There you go.
Then.
I'll figure it out. I apparently have to figure out. I have to there's some option where I can add someone in the middle of the show.
Yay!
Or before the show. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
It'll be fun.
I look forward to it next weekend.
That way you can rest and not have to jump in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can always follow me at DreGP Podcast. That works on Twitter, that works on Instagram, that works on Facebook. Well, you guys watch on Facebook, no, but for the people listening on the audio version. Remember, if you want to get a mask from my wife when she reopens her shop next week, Etsy.com/shop/Le Meow Club. There will be a link to it on the YouTube. Hey, all my YouTube videos I finally figured out how to get all the YouTube videos back up so podcast episodes are showing back up on YouTube. Our friend D-Loke threw down a comment and watched the March 16th episode, which ironically I was doing an impression of him on that episode. So I don't know if it was fortuitous or if he just knew that I was doing an impression of him on that episode.
He said 1 minute till commercial.
1 minute till commercial. All right.
Time to go.
Time to go. Our executive producer Tiger is telling me it's time to go. YouTube, just search for Dre's Geek Philosophy Podcast if you want to watch any of our old episodes. I've been posting them up when I have the time. We're gonna be up to date hopefully by tomorrow, provided I don't have another 5,000 orders to process tomorrow at work. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next time. See you next Monday. Have a good night.